watching Project Coda 2005. I'm Dan Candelero coming to you live from San Francisco's Patience Co-op on 350 Divisadero. Yeah, we're celebrating the 6th anniversary of the San Francisco Co-op Cooperative. We're talking about medicinal marijuana, we're talking about Proposition 215, and we're talking about legalization. Once again, I'm Dan Candelero. You're watching KMVT TV channel 15.
We're going to bring the food down and give you a fabulous review of some of the patients in our lovely community. So sit back, relax, and I hope you know where your papers are. Have a good time. It's our anniversary. We're waiting.
We're all so glad you can come. I just want to get rid of the water. Okay, a lovely sound tonight. Sounds like I'm in a cave. I recently got back from Osama bin Laden. Well, he's very ill. Okay. We have a silent auction going on in the back, so if you'd like to take a walk around, take a look. About 8 o'clock, we'll give you some entertainment, and then we'll take another break. We're waiting for a lot of people to arrive. We're really big. Line up. Smoke if you're a patient. Inhale if you're not.
Love your Hanks.
We're having a wonderful time here at the 6th anniversary of the San Francisco Patients Cooperative. I started with the club a long time ago back when it was just a hideaway. Dennis Perron, one of the founders of the Cannabis Club, and I were in Vietnam together, our first joint. And this is a treat. Free at last, cannabis. People, we're going to be free at last. Enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful time. I'm going to do a song a little later on in the show. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Look at my pussy, so wet, hot, bald, pussy, just a friendly little cat, friendly little cat. My neighbor stole my kitty, but I did see. I said to my neighbor, said my pussy free, free pussy, so wet, hot, bald, free, pussy, just a friendly little cat, friendly little cat. Your eyes, won't you share the light from your heart? And the idol of Greece,
Hey, we're here to party. I'm Dan Candelero coming to you live from 350 Divisadero at the San Francisco Co-op. We're having a good time. The mayor should be showing up. Also Terrence Hallinan. We got a whole bunch of goodies going on. Some medicinal marijuana goodies, some regular smoking, and just a good old time. Once again, I'm Dan Candelero.
If I could have Wayne, I know it's hard for everybody to get through, but if we could, if we can't make room for them to get all the way through, at least have Wayne and Jane kind of step forward a little bit. Jane, you have been instrumental not only in the founding of this place and in keeping patients alive before this place opened, but since you've striven and gone on to be not only a pioneer, but a guiding example of light to everybody. And on behalf of your dream, and on behalf of everybody here, I'd like to present you with the Meritorious Service Award from the San Francisco. Wayne Justmann, please.
All right, Wayne.
Wayne Justmann. In 1999, I know that you, the entire community thanks you for your continued hard work and for the help and for helping and making this thing begin. God bless you. And
All right, Wayne.
If medical cannabis is about one thing, it's about what we are experiencing and sharing this evening. We've seen an herb shared with strangers become acquaintances from which relationships grow. And when relationships grow, there's a sharing of energy, and from this energy becomes dreams like these facilities, and Champ, and 1444 Market, and the other facilities that we are so pleased to have in our district. To Randy, to Jane, to Gary, to all of you, the strength remains within the community. I'm just honored to be a patient and part of your community, and I thank you. I thank you very, very much. Sitting here, please. I got a phone call on a Tuesday afternoon from Gary Farnsworth, about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and Gary had gone to the Department of Motor Vehicles to renew his driver's license. He had a bit of a time to wait, apparently, so he was just strolling the neighborhood. And in this front window of this very building was just a simple piece of paper that said for lease and a telephone number. Gary peered through that front door, etc., and called myself and Randy and Jane and said about this thing. And 2 days later, we meet with the realtor here in the building, the 4 of us, with some financial support from Sandy Patrick, who, please, I'll tell you something, if anybody helped us open the door financially, we're patients also with Sandy Patrick, who was so kind to us, and we opened this door here, so we're very honored. Gary gets a little bit later on, but that's how we sit here. We saw this thing, and the 4 of us said, you think this will work for our patients and our community? And that's where you're guided from. Don't look from within for satisfaction or selfishness. What an ugly way to look at life. Look what you can contribute through your creativity for a better good. Because if you create, you will have the heart and soul that's so necessary that we are able to carry on. God love you all.
Love you. Thank you, Wayne.
And this was her hemostat roach clip, which many medical students use as their roach clip, and which she stole from a hospital somewhere.
that's my girl.
So just Mary Benoit as well.
Hey! And Ellis, please. Many of you people first met Dr. Steve. Oh, in various ways, you know, he helped us so many ways, including heart and everything. Dr. Ellis, I'd like to present Dr. Ellis with the Patients Honor Award.
All right.
The San Francisco Patients Cooperative and the Medical Cannabis Community.
All right, Dr. Steven. All right, Doc.
Thank you.
If you
for the position that really deserves this, though, Todd McAree.
Here, here!
Todd is a great leader. He has been thoroughly molested by the state, and he really deserves all our support and all our thanks. So,
We have one for him.
oh, good, good. Okay, good. It's not so big here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
You rock, Dr. Ellis.
Happy Yeah, Doc asked premature, you and Michelle, we do have a certificate for you as well. The Community Service Award for Michael and Michelle Aldridge.
All right.
In honor of not only all this, you know, not only champion everything, but all the other things that they've done. And it's a great honor to present this to both of you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we've been working here for a while, and until this is all done, we're going to continue working on this issue. What we want is free, legal backyard marijuana.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
We're a couple that goes to all the meetings. I don't care who calls a meeting, we'll go. And that's been very helpful, actually. We've been now 40 years in the movement and 30 years together. 33 years together.
All right.
And we love y'all.
It's keeping you young.
33 years. Go ahead. I'm talking about.
All right, now, let's see, is Beth Johnson in the building?
All right, Beth.
Yeah, Beth Johnson, the patients also voted and wanted to honor you for all your hard work and effort. She's been with the harm reduction here. What's this be open? Would you like to say anything? Congratulations.
Love you, Beth.
I just want to say thanks to everybody. I love you guys, and I was here without all of y'all, so thank you.
Okay. Well, okay, Jerry Knight. I've got to tell you something about Jerry and his wonderful wife. We're honoring them particularly because not only once, but twice. This feller came in, and when we first opened, he built our first bathroom and helped us jump through those hurdles. And then when the permit things came down, he helped us with that too. Jerry and Susan, come on up here. We wanted to honor them with a Community Appreciation Award for helping this place
All right.
be and continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
I just want to tell you, thank you very much for having us here. My heart goes out. Hazel Rogers, her son, was my best man 29 years ago.
Oh, really? All right.
Actually, we turned 8 months because she was having problems with her eyesight, and I came in with Chris. He was a bit younger than I was, and then we told her we'd give her a new approach to enjoying life, and God bless her, she's got into the movement. And we also feel that we can participate, and if we can help the club in any way, either as a licensed contractor or any other way that we can help, we'll do that. I don't know, we were recently also appointed to the Medical Marijuana Board for the state of California.
All right. That's what we need.
It's been really slow going. We do have another county, Marin County, opening up in the middle of September with the state card. So things are slow, but hold in there, and God bless all of you, and help your fellow person. It's worth it.
All right.
cannabis, which is the herb that God created before he made man. So it seems like it would be an insult to a wise man to let men in black robes tell you that you can't have what God gave you before they created him. Okay? We love you for cannabis. We love you for the freedom of San Francisco. Freedom, a safe place, not to smoke out our cigars, not to spit out tobacco, but to smoke our healing herb. And there are lovely edibles behind the counter, and some are in the silent auction. We're waiting for entertainment. We're going to have a good time tonight. If you're having a good time, clap your hands. Oh, yeah! Come on. All right.
And welcome to the 6th anniversary of this lovely club. As you all know, we are the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, so I thought I'd give a little introduction to us all, starting with myself. I'm Sister Flora Goodtime, Novice Mistress and Vice President to the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. It's a very long process to become a sister. It's about a year-long process, many levels. This is one of our many levels. This is lovely, poshlant, pink joy, radiant bliss. We also have one of our newly black-veiled sisters with us, Sister Viva L'Amour. And the big titty mama in the back is Sister Suck It To Me. So not only do we come to bring you light and love, but we thought we'd send a little blessing out for the birthday. So, that's a little list, but let's start. Marijuana, pot, ganja, reefer, dank, cess, sensima, pocoloco, cannabis, herb, bud, Mary Jane, skunk, doja, mota, miyaka, marifina, stress, bomb, green bud, kindness, medicinals, and chronic. Call it what you may, smoke it how you may, but may you always be lovely, gracious, and all that other bullshit. With love and with life, we send you blessings. That's it.
Continued work, not only with the medical cannabis community, but with all the disenfranchised people in the community, and for making San Francisco, oh God, the most beautiful place on earth to be. We'd like to present the community service. Oh yeah, I like to, hey.
Oh, do me, please do me.
I'd like to present the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence with our Community Service Award. I call him like one of the, I don't know, I guess he's like the 5th Beatle almost or something. When he was supervisor, he really was, well, he still works for us. Without any further ado, I'm so tongue-tied. Here is Assemblyman Mark Leno.
I'm told you got a little something for me. I hope it's not something little.
The patients would like to present you with this certificate. It's the Cannabis Freedom Award. We'd like to present it to our assembly.
Thank you. I promise you that I will frame this and proudly put this on my office wall. This is really very touching. And it should be I who is presenting recognition to you for all of the good work that you do. We're at war. Our federal government continues to be at war with us. And it is you who are on the front lines. It is you who are taking the arrows and the stones and the bullets, and I wish I could be a big shield and stop it all, but we know it's more complex than that. So I really am pleased to be here. I said as I was coming through this to Michelle and to Michael that I feel like I'm home. I haven't been here in quite a while. So thank you so very much. And I want you to know we are ever vigilant. Clearly these crazy Supreme Court decisions, what can you do when our own liberals are ruling against us? You know, it makes you crazy. It makes you completely crazy. How you doing, brother? I haven't seen you in the longest time.
I'm still here. We're still here. We crossed the rainbow.
But I also want you to, can you hear me in the back, or should I do it? That some things are looking good in Sacramento. One of them not being the governor. And I'll get to that in a second, but our marriage equality bill will be on the Senate floor this Tuesday or Wednesday. And we've counted our votes, and we've counted them twice, and we know we have the majority vote on the Senate floor. It will go back to the Assembly floor for a second try. You know, we were 3 votes short in June, but we'll have a second try, and whereas we were looking for 41 votes in June, we're now looking for 3.
Yeah!
And so it's, there never is a guarantee in the legislative process, and I can't tell you, I know with certainty that we will get it off the Assembly floor, but it is more than our intent to do so, and then of course the next step is the governor's desk. So it's going to be a very exciting week, and it will be historic when we get it off the Senate floor, because a state house has never yet in this country voted in favor of marriage equality. So it's going to be exciting. Keep your fingers crossed. I had a wonderful conversation with Dolores Huerta today, and she's talking to the 3 of the 5 undecided Democrats who are Latino and Latina. And she reported back very positively and very encouragingly that she thinks that we're going to be successful with those members, and that's all we need is the 3. So, with that said, I do want to bring your attention to the fact of this god-awful special election in November. 70% of Californians do not want this. We have an election planned for next June. The governor has put no effort into making the case for the need of this special election, which will only cost California 55 million of our tax dollars. And keep in mind, this is the same governor who vetoed, single-line vetoed out about $3 million earlier this year, which would have literally given life to about a couple hundred indigent men suffering from prostate cancer. 200 men with no other place to go but to services from the state, and he line item vetoed that out. But he's got $55 million to promote his special corporate agenda. The good news is that a majority of those California voters likely to vote in November poll are opposed to everything he wants. But it's one thing to be polling negative, it's another to get your votes out in November.
We're behind you, Mark.
I know it, but the thing is, everyone here, and I don't mean to embarrass anyone, but we'll just do this figuratively, not literally, that would anyone raise their hand if they're not registered to vote? If so, get yourself registered, and then guarantee me that you will make sure everyone comes out to vote on November 8th, and everyone in your universe will come out to vote on November 8th, because we've got the no votes here in San Francisco. We've got to get them to the ballot. And we can be the margin of defeat for Governor Schwarzenegger here in San Francisco, and that's what we have to do. I'll just tell you, one of his measures he calls budget reform. What it does is our nonpartisan, independent, legislative analyst says it will take another $4 billion out of public education. That's his solution to our education crisis. Further defund public education. And not content with just that, he wants to, a la Tom DeLay, have a mid-decade redistricting here in California so they can steal the majority back for themselves. And we can't have a mid-decade redistricting because we have about, maybe more, maybe less, about 3 million more Californians than we had at the 2000 census, but we don't know where they live. How can you have redistricting, one person, one vote, and draw districts with equal number of voters when you don't know where they live? It's completely crazy. It's a Tom DeLay power grab, and that's that's what it's trying to do. Voters get that too. It's not polling well. But if only Republicans who want to vote yes come out to vote, we lose. We have to come out and vote no. So it's so very important. So I ask if you could please make this a real focus.
We're going to do it.
In all your emails and all your communications and all your everything.
We want to come out there.
Spread the word. Please spread the word. So thank you so much. I've got a little story there, but I thank you for the thoughts.
Can you tell us anything about the girl in the smoking tent? We heard about the smoking tent.
Yeah, but he's smoking the wrong thing.
Oh, we got through.
Assemblyman Mark Leno, how you doing, man? Good to see you. How are you? I'm so glad you came to see us, and once again, you know, all the voting thing and the vote getting. I've seen that. I've seen that. Anniversay Freedom Award. Very proud. Thank you so much for coming again.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on the dough, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for a young man to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Come on now, Greg. Young man, you didn't listen to me. I said, young man, what you want to be. I said, young man, you can make your real dreams, but you got to know this one thing. This is all by himself. I said, thank you, San Francisco Perpetual Indulgence.